Cup of Joe Radio coming at you loud and proud from the best bar in Southtown, Southtown 101, at the one and only Pub Sports Radio Studios. We are brought to you in part by our good friends at CBD by Natural Heights. Do you have stress, anxiety, joint pain, PTSD, or insomnia?
We got the stuff for you.
We got the stuff for you. Make sure you give our good friends at CBD by Natural Heights a call at 210-592-1060. That's 210-592-1060. Or give them a visit at 1880 Nacogdoches Road. That's 1880 Nacogdoches Road. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. How y'all doing, boys? We are back. Full house. Austin, Joe, Joed, and our good friend Josh, who's at this point just
What's my name?
Oh, my God. Austin, Joe, Jamar, and Josh, who at this point is basically a recurring co-host. I am so sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
We all have the same. We all have like the same three names.
I'm one of the only friends in the friend group that doesn't have J.
Yeah,
their first letter.
Jamar, if it makes you feel better, I would never get y'all's names mixed up.
It's
If
okay.
it makes
I call
you-
you Jake all the
It's
time.
like, if it makes you feel better, I call Jake Josh all the time, and I call him Connor regularly.
I call him.
I would never
I
call Sweet Boy Connor.
Recently, I've been
And
calling
by him, he
Austin
means me.
Connor.
Yeah, it's like it'll happen a lot.
Well, because I've been calling Connor Austin Smith, like just casually.
And you see it on Facebook, so it's like a thing. So we have something to talk about. we cannot get sidetracked today. We have a
Yes,
lot
please.
to
Can
talk
we
about.
actually get to it?
So I got boots. I'm wearing cowboy boots.
Shut
now.
up. Cut his mic.
Oh, me too.
Josh
We,
and I
uh,
are boot boys now.
Welcome to the club.
No, we would really like to do this. Please don't.
Please shut up. So, big news in Cowboy land. Jason Garrett finally fired. First thoughts, Jamar, go ahead.
Why do you start with me, knowing that I just need time? to
'Cause
just
why would he
process
ask
it?
Why would I
me or
ask
Josh?
Austin or Josh?
You know that is 100% correct.
You don't know anything about what we're talking about.
I support it.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. Oh, well, if we're talking about Jason Garrett, then yeah, thank God, get his ass out of there. If we're talking about the hiring of Mike McCarthy, it's kind of just like I don't love it. But I don't hate it at the same time. It's kind of just like yeah, he has a Super Bowl, and yeah, but like the last two seasons, and I try not to like
Thanks,
look,
Gavin.
I try not to look too much into the last two seasons where he was like just struggling with Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is kind of a prick. Like, as great as he is, like,
Yeah,
he's
you
kind
really
of just
can't
a
hold
tough
those
guy.
last two seasons off on him.
He's kind of just a tough guy to just deal with. I don't know. It's kind of just
You really can't put like I really don't hold those last few seasons against Mike McCarthy. Not really his fault at all. I'm happy we moved on from Garrett. I think we all are at a point where that just was the only feasible
it needed
option.
to happen.
It needed to happen. Good guy, whatever. Great person, whatever. Miss you too, Connor. And like all that regular head coach stuff you say when a coach leaves that we said about Coach Wilson, like the second he got fired. You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing, but it needed to happen. When it comes to Mike McCarthy, though, I don't know. I feel good about it. Like it's a hire that the Cowboys don't usually make.
No, well, I mean, because with Jerry, it's normally like the splash play. It's normally like,
it's a big time attention getting play where like it's a sexy pick of like someone interested. You know what I mean? Like that's what the Cowboys usually do. And this guy, I mean, he's kind of owned us most of his career.
I mean, very true.
That's
But
it. Like one, he's kind of owned us most of his career. Two, he's won a Super Bowl. I'm not talking about the Coos. Two, he's won a Super Bowl. Three, he's coached a big time quarterback.
that's my thing. I don't know if he was just riding because he coached two big time quarterbacks. His first 2 years, he had Favre, and then he had Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if he was riding the coattails of those Hall of Famers or if he actually,
Or if he helped make him Hall of Famers
well, I mean Brett Favre was already a Hall of Famer.
when he got there. Fine. But like I would, and I mean and like again, comparing Aaron Rodgers to anyone is stupid because Aaron Rodgers like hates his parents. Like Aaron Rodgers.
I forgot I forgot about that.
People are like, oh, but Aaron Rodgers hates him. He can't be a good coach. Like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers hates his grandma. Like, what are we talking about here?
Like, Aaron Rodgers is also a very difficult person.
Yeah,
to
he's
try
a
and just,
diva.
like-
He's a drama queen. Like that's who he is.
Like, he's one of the only diva quarterbacks in the league right now.
Yeah.
Because he probably has like one of the most like he has some of the like strongest powers in the front office. Like, if he wants something done, he will get it done, and he
He's like
will do
LeBron.
it. No, yeah, exactly. But like, it's kind of like easy to like LeBron because of everything he does,
because he wins more.
and
My-
on top of that, like he does more for like the community. And
Yeah,
just,
he's
like,
also like not a bad person.
yeah.
Oh, hi, Bobby. My biggest thing is like I'm very okay with this move because it tells the players win now.
No, yeah, and that was
It's
the
a
hire.
win now move.
That was definitely the hire.
And I've been saying this for over 2 years now. this window that we are currently in a championship window.
It's closing very fast.
It's closing very fast. We have this upcoming season to keep it open.
Maybe 1 or 2 seasons. Like
we have 1 or 2 max. Like at best, we have 2 seasons. We have 1 real season though. Like other than that, it's closing fast. Like Dak's gonna get old, Zeke's gonna get old, Cooper's gonna leave unless we lock it down and win a Super Bowl this year.
And our biggest issue is we have Dak as a free agent, we have Amari as a free agent, and most importantly, we have Byron Jones as a free agent, which I think is the most important piece right there.
Yeah,
we can do a lot of the stuff we can do with Dak with a lot of other quarterbacks. Like Dak is obviously way more experienced, and that would kind of be like a little bit of a step back.
Having to like rebaptize a new quarterback would be a lot.
No, my thing, and I told you from the beginning, sign Amari first so you don't have to worry about that in free agency, so you know what you have to do. And Jerry just dragged ass on everything because he wants them to submit to what he wants. He wants them to take a cheaper deal, and that's just not going to work.
And I don't think we're going to lose Amari. I think we're aware of what Amari is. I think at the very least we're going to franchise tag him. You know what I mean?
I think we should franchise Dak, but we
should franchise Dak and give Amari the money,
because Dak, a lot of his numbers were garbage time numbers.
You're right. A lot of those stats were like off numbers, but
it was fourth quarter numbers.
But granted, he was keeping us in games, and he was
also keeping us out of games, Joe. Like we have to be out of games
to get into
be
games.
In the games.
You're right.
I can't believe you guys are down on Dak. I'm the only one that thinks Dak is really good.
No,
I'm sure he's fine, but
I don't think anyone right now can win a Super Bowl for the Cowboys other than Dak Prescott.
No, I would definitely take that.
I don't think anyone can say that. I don't think anyone in the league in college can win a championship for the Cowboys other than Dak.
Who do you think you would take over Dak as the Cowboys quarterback?
I would take Tom Brady.
I wouldn't.
If you gave me the options, like who else would you want? Like Tom Brady is the only person I'd feel safe with.
I wouldn't.
But guess what? Like we're not a system for Tom Brady. Like it doesn't we don't work with Tom Brady's skill set.
Well, you could. I mean, he's a free agent.
You're right. Never going to happen.
He's going to LA.
Years. Really?
Which makes no sense.
Which we'll talk about New England in a second. Because Brandon said he was going to be here.
He's a coward.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I was like, I wanted to hear what he thought. He was extremely distraught on the group chat on Saturday. So
it was hilarious.
But I can say this much: I guarantee you, Brandon had a better time watching that game than I did watching Cats.
Why would you watch that?
Because I love movies. I love movies.
So why'd you see it?
And and everyone was like, "This is the worst movie of all time." So me being me, I was like, I mean, I obviously want to see it, right? I should not have gone to see Cats. Cats is a bad movie. I had a fun time because I was with my girlfriend. Like it was fun because it was like we were like making fun of the movie the whole time. But Cats is a bad movie.
What were you expecting?
Do not go see Cats.
You saw the trailer. The trailer just looks like a fever dream.
And that's the best way to put it. That is the single best way to put it, because we left the theater and I was like, did that happen? Was that really what I thought it was? Yes. Do not go see Cats.
James Corden. Idris Elba's in it, right?
James Corden,
Rebel Wilson,
Rebel Wilson,
Taylor Swift,
and Taylor Swift were the 3 best parts of that movie. Other than them 3, it was Jason Derulo.
James Corden was the best part.
No, I forget who one of the guys had a really fun song and like his was good.
All I'm saying is if James Corden's the best part of your movie, then
James Corden was like a very enjoyable part. Rebel Wilson was very enjoyable.
Okay, that's
So we'll finish the Cats talk. On to New England.
I prefer dogs.
Oh well,
boo.
I also prefer dogs.
Yeah, if you like cats more than dogs, and I don't know if I can trust you.
This is bound to happen.
Yes, this is your fault.
This is my fault. Bound to happen.
Josh, what's your opinion?
Alejandro.
Well, I have a very cute dog, so
Atlas is a great dog.
thank you.
Can we
Great.
please? All right. So
on to New England.
Have you
God dog it, Austin, shut up. Welcome to the Grape Podcast. We talk about grapes. So on to New England. What do you think's going to happen? And Jose, feel free to input here because you have a lot of opinions on the Patriots.
I think Brady's out. Brady's well out. If he's not out, he should definitely retire. Austin, please don't sweep away. I love you so much. I don't see any way that it's going to work. And it's funny because the new head coach for the New York Football Giants is the New England Patriots wide receiver coach.
Which, okay, at
What
this
is-
point, what are we doing hiring expats coaches? Like, what do we expect to happen? Every single time, it's blown up in everyone's
Ryan Flores
face.
was okay towards the end. He's still there.
Matt Patricia is like an
Trash.
okay coach at best, but he's not doing anything.
No, definitely.
He's in a division where the Bears are a better team than him.
Josh McDaniels is probably out too. He's probably heading to Cleveland because he's the only one available. I mean, that's the only team that's still hiring right now.
Guess what, Jamar? Cleveland's not going to do that because they're going to hire the Eagles' defensive coordinator.
I saw that too, which I don't understand. And so I'm going to be very honest with you. There's a lot of like political stuff I didn't know about the NFL for a very long time. I was unaware of the Rooney Rule for a very long time. I didn't know
Did you
about
see
that.
what that's? I forget who it was. Someone on NFL Twitter was like, dude, it's obvious the Redskins did not take into account the Rooney Rule. They didn't interview a coach of color.
Ron Rivera is a coach.
You know what Ron Rivera is like? What
Rivera?
What are we talking
Rivera?
about here? What are we, it's like, that was one of the funniest things I'd seen.
No,
in a
NFL
while.
Twitter's super stupid. But like, you're hiring the Patriots wide receiver coach. What was the worst thing about the New England Patriots this past season? Like the absolute worst.
Guess who the biggest dumpster fire in football? Who his coach was? This guy. The biggest dumpster fire in football, Antonio Brown, was coached by this man for a period of time.
Yeah. Who is this guy's made up? His name is like
Joe
made
Judge.
up.
Dope name. Dope name. The Judge. Like
Okay,
the Judge is with the pinstripes and the Giants. That's kind of dope.
If we're being totally honest, I thought he was a baseball player. I saw New York is going to be run by Judge. I saw that and I was like, Aaron Judge a manager? Like I saw it and I didn't think football because it's not a football. It's 100% a baseball name.
No, yeah,
100%.
No, Joe Judge is the new I didn't know the Rooney Rule was a thing, and then I was like, of course, it's not really being taken seriously because it's all except for Shad Khan. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NFL is run by old white people.
Yeah, it's gross. Shad Khan is the only other one.
Pittsburgh.
The Rooneys are white. And
Pittsburgh.
It's Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes. Who's their coach?
I'm talking about
the one.
I'm talking about owners.
Oh, you're my owners.
Owners, because there's a few black coaches. Anthony Lynn, who's maybe out.
Tony Dungy is like an all-time great.
Tony Dungy is all-time great, but that was also like 10 years ago. He's at
Fair.
Arizona State now.
Fair. Tony Dungy?
That's my man Herm Edwards.
Herm Edwards is that.
It's like they just look alike. Isn't the same person?
Tony Dungy's on
Tony Dungy's on NBC.
Right.
I was like, wait, he doesn't coach
They
at
do
Arizona
look.
State.
They do look like now that I think about it. I can say this though. By the way, it's Jamar speaking.
I'm gonna let you guys know now. The Patriots are gonna come back next year and they're gonna win the AFC East and they're gonna win the AFC with Brady and Belichick. Brady's not gonna leave.
I think he has one more run left in the tank.
Yeah.
Since he got out early this playoffs, I think he's gonna gut down.
No, his
hit
thing
the
is
gym.
his last play of the year
pi-
was a pick six.
That's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. Brady's not gonna.
No, yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why
His-
he would stay.
His last play as a New England Patriot is going to be him hoisting the Super Bowl trophy.
I'm not worried about it because you know what? They're not going to do anything in free agency. They're not going to.
They're not. You're right.
They'll sign plenty of trenches guys, and they may sign a really good corner. They may actually even sign Byron Jones for Christ's sakes. But they don't have that short, stocky receiver anymore. Adam Humphries is signed in Tennessee.
Mhm.
Cole Beasley, who was another option for them, he's in the exact same division in Buffalo. Hunter Renfro's in
Oakland.
Las Vegas.
You know what's crazy is that like this is the end of the Belichick Brady era.
No,
we are in the twilight of this era.
Mike Vrabel just said, "I'm gonna out Belichick you." Did you see that masterful coaching he did with the
yeah,
whole
no, you're
runoff
right.
thing?
He out Belichicked him.
Hey, guess where Belichick did that first against the New York Football Jets.
Mhm. Yeah,
I think like it's very, very interesting.
I knew it was over when they
Because-
lost to Miami. When Fitzmagic came in
Yeah.
there, that's when I was like, "This is over."
"Ugh."
Like they don't want to play
It
anymore.
was-
Like they're
yeah.
done. They're done. It's over.
I saw something that was very, very interesting. I was watching the Get Up this morning, and I never watched the Get Up, and I forget who it was, but they made a point that like, if you're Baltimore, you'd rather play New England than
Then
Tennessee.
No, because Derrick
'Cause
Henry is a
Baltimore-
problem.
Baltimore is built to beat New England. It's built to beat Kansas City. You know what I mean? Like that's what those teams are built for.
No, this Tennessee defense, Baltimore's still going to win. It's going to be a
It's
very
gonna be a
good
dogfight.
game. It's going to be a very good game.
dogfight. It's gonna be two like junkyard
This
dogs.
is old
going
school
at it.
football.
Like, I need to glue my eyes to the television.
It'll
and
be
watch
like
every minute of
300
this.
rushing yards the entire game
It'd be
because Ryan
fantastic.
Tannehill's like 6'5", runs a 4.6.
And that offensive line that Tennessee has is just
They're dominant. Yeah,
good.
They're
Like
really
it's what the Dallas Cowboys think they have.
and you know what? They have decent receivers too. AJ Brown, Corey Davis, their tight end Jonnu Smith. When Delaney Walker was healthy,
And and if they pull off the whole underdog thing, it's like finally I can root for an underdog again. Because like the last underdogs ruined underdogs for me.
No.
I hate underdogs now.
no, yeah. Tennessee,
Philadelphia, by the way, for those of you wondering, the Eagles.
Tennessee's thoroughly dangerous. Derrick Henry is just my only issue. He did run the ball like 34 times, and he's 6'3", 250, so he's kind of a big body guy. So all the hits he was taking, it kind of worries me a little bit.
Here's a fun fact about Derrick Henry on the Spanish broadcast, the Tennessee broadcast. His nickname is Tractorcito.
I like that.
Little tractor.
Yeah, his name is Tractorcito. They're gonna keep giving him the ball, but he's a free agent this year. Fun fact.
He is, isn't he?
Yes.
They'll re-sign him. Because what do they have? What does Tennessee really have to keep on to at this point?
Yeah, but paying running backs is always bad.
Which I mean, 100%.
We saw firsthand.
I mean, but Derrick Henry kind of just ran away with the rushing title, and he missed a game.
Literally,
Bastard missed a game.
literally, he literally ran away with the title. He needed 8 more yards. Said, "Nah, I'm gonna just go ahead and rip off a 90-yard touchdown."
Yeah, just destroyed it, which is incredible. Like Nick Chubb had a very good year as well.
I'm gonna let you know now, Jamar. All your Patriots doom and gloom. This is classic. Everyone thinks the Patriots are gonna die, and then
Yeah, let it be said that my statement was they're gonna run it back and win a Super Bowl.
No, and that's perfectly.
That's what I said because that's the safe bet. But again, this happens with the Patriots every like 3 or 4 years, and it's like, all right, I guess they're
It
done.
hasn't happened in a very long time.
Guess
though.
they're done.
This is what's gonna happen. They know. I think that everyone knows this is it, and they're gonna be like, all right, well, it's time to get Tom some help. Let's sign wide receiver A that turns out to be a stud, or let's hire running back B who also will be turned out to a stud because this is Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time. It's gonna be more of a fight than usual. The Jets are gonna compete for the AFC East. So you heard it here
I think the Bills are gonna too.
The Bills are going to win the AFC East.
They should have beat the Patriots.
They should. They weren't ready. They had the little brother mentality.
Well, they weren't ready for the playoff game, obviously either.
That too, but that's a whole different thing.
Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about the stupid Texans.
We can get into that one right now. Let's do it right now.
Yeah, the best number 4 in Texas.
Shout out that he is a man amongst men. He is a top 5 quarterback. He shat down Dak Prescott's throat. He said, "Yeah, I know you're sitting at home watching this. Open your mouth. I'm gonna lay one. I'm gonna lay a hot one." And he did just that. Deshaun Watson is an absolute problem.
Yeah, Deshaun.
Everyone
Watson,
say hi to Gio.
Gio.
Hi, Gio.
The Deshaun Watson's the best quarterback in Texas.
He is by far. He might be like top. I was gonna say top 3 quarterback in the AFC, but obviously he's the top 3 quarterback in the AFC.
He might be top 3 in the NFL.
He can, yeah, because the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL might just be coming from the NFC.
Yeah.
It's scary how good the Texans can be, especially
Bill O'Brien holds them back so much. Bill O'Brien's literally Jason Garrett. He just has a little bit more fire.
Yeah, and he has like
he's
that
Jason
dimple
Garrett
in
with
his
more
chin.
guts.
Yeah, that's literally all it is. And he was blessed with Jadeveon Clowney and J.J. Watt.
And they were traded.
Well, Jadeveon, yeah, and J.J. Watt had a sack.
Yeah, J.J. Watt had a sack with one arm.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
he has half a chest. Like
Yeah,
J.J. Watt came back off of IR.
JJ Watt and this is like I don't hate the Texans. I think nothing of the Texans. Like that's my opinion of them is that they're a second class team, second class city. That's my whole Houston thing in general. JJ Watt is the single most respectable person in the city. Like in Houston proper in like sports when it comes to that man is
and he's one of the best people like in the world. In
like
general.
I don't even like. Yes, you're 100% right. He's a great person. Throw that at the window. We're not even talking about his humanitarian. He is a machine. And the things that he does, like you said, like he did that with us, like literally
Half a chest.
one arm tied behind his back. Like a shark might as well have bitten his arm off.
Like had he not had that pec problem, he would have gotten that pick early on.
Oh my
He would have
god!
ran it
And that
back
game
to
would
the
have been
house.
done early.
Early, yes. Deshaun Watson is a man though. DeAndre Hopkins had an okay game.
He got stripped in the first half.
He got stripped. Tre'Davious wasn't really doing too much with him on the outside, but when he was matched up against anybody other than Tre'Davious, he really disappeared, which is typical DeAndre Hopkins because he just does like he'll talk all this trash, which is perfectly fine against the best corner, and then it'll go against anybody else. Like, all right, I'm gonna take a route off, or I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna relax for a little bit. And that's what he's always done.
How many playoff wins do the Cowboys have in the past decade?
2.
Wow. Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
No, yeah, it's tough. No, I'm not even mad about it right now. Deshaun Watson was perfectly fine. Josh Allen did really good until he just
Shot the bed.
I don't know what happened when he tried to have the lateral, when he was being tackled. Just go down with the ball.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand.
Like, he just tried to flip it out for no reason. Like, I saw it and I was like, my mom really doesn't know football that much. She's like, what the hell did he just do? I was like, thank you. Like, it was Josh Allen he went into the game scared. He looked scared. He performed all right. And then first half, perfect. He was fantastic the first half. And then he just lost his mind. The little brother mentality came in. He was like, oh, I'm just a kid from Wyoming. I'm really not supposed to be here. And I really shouldn't be here.
Yeah. It was a bad day. Speaking of not knowing anything about football, the XFL.
Here we go.
I have a few opinions on the XFL. One, I love that it's back.
Yeah.
Because like the AAF was entertaining to say the least. It was something to do. Two, I am unendingly upset that they didn't give San Antonio a team. Because I think we are the only city in America that truly deserved an XFL team. Fair? Would everyone agree to that?
I mean, I don't know about the only city in America that deserves one.
One of the few, the single most deserving.
St. Louis got one.
St. Louis got one.
Yeah, I think we should have gotten one. I don't know about being like the most deserving.
We are the single most deserving because in the AAF experiment, we are the only city where it was successful.
Us in Orlando,
Okay,
I think
fair.
it was.
Orlando was like okay because
I think they were the highest,
We were an okay team.
I
No,
think we were
Orlando
tied.
was the best team. That's what it
but
was.
they also got.
They also got because they were
A
the
lot
best
of it,
team.
yeah.
We were an okay team and we had record-breaking attendance.
Well, you can blame the AAF for not having an XFL team. If they weren't here, then we would have had one probably.
You're right. And then three, finally, their rules came out today, and a lot of them I like.
They
I like
fixed the
them.
overtime.
What I don't like is that at the end of the 5 overtime thing, which I do like, it's not penalty kicks.
I like it.
want penalty
No.
kicks in football.
No.
Give me penalty kicks. People out here have this stupid opinion. People have this stupid opinion. It's like, oh three times a year at least, every time it happens, the game will go down to the wire. Real men, real athletes will play a game, and it'll get decided by a kicker. It's like, heck yeah, it gets decided by a kicker. There is no more exciting moment in football than when that ball's flipping end over end in the air and you're like, oh my God, is this stadium inside? I forgot what it looks like. Is the ball going to go in? What's going to happen? And it goes right through the uprights, or give me a double doink, or give me a wide left. Like, that's what football is those in between, those 45 seconds every 7 games where a game comes down to the wire and a kicker decides it. That's football.
Did you hear Pat McAfee's
I like
proposal?
that. I like that.
Yeah,
I
that was
also
dope.
like. I do like.
That's basically what he was proposing was
Yeah.
penalty kicks for the most part.
I
It's just-
want penalty kicks. Give me penalty kicks.
No, it was super dope. I like what the XFL's doing. I wish it would have been like penalty kicks, but I mean, it's still kind of cool.
I definitely do
It's
like.
better than the NFL's thing.
100%. I definitely do love the. Like you get 5 tries to score. Every score is
I
worth 2
like.
points.
I like the thing where you can throw the ball
The
twice.
lateral. The
I was
forward.
gonna get to
That's
that.
gonna get cool.
because I love that because it's just it doesn't make any sense. I am so hardwired for one forward pass that I think you throw one, and the defense has to like if you're thinking like an X's and O's, the defense would have to shift.
I've never been such a boomer till I heard that rule. I was like, you can't do that.
I knew I saw that. I was like, that.
You can't
Huh?
do that.
I was like, you basically might as well just get rid of the line of scrimmage. Like, what are we even doing here? And I was like I said, what I thought it was you could throw it over the line once and then again from past the line of
That's
scrimmage.
what I thought. I was like,
And
that's
I was
stupid.
I was like, this is stupid, but that would be the funniest, coolest thing of all. But like what it is like you can do a forward pass behind the line of scrimmage. And like that's such a good idea.
It's okay.
It's such an interesting, different, cool idea.
Like Baltimore would eat that shit up.
Oh,
if
yeah.
it was
Well, you have
RG3,
three-
if it was RG3 and Lamar back there, just like, oh, there you go. He's like, oh, 2 Heisman winners. There you go.
that
Like,
would be the coolest.
that'd be
thing in the
dope.
world.
That
That'd be
would-
the coolest thing in the world.
There's no reason for that, but like, it's
Reason
great.
for what?
for them to have that rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But
The
there's
only
also
thing
no
is,
reason for them to not have that rule.
No,
No, the reason for them
100%.
to not have that rule is because they thought of the forward pass in like 1947 or whatever, or like earlier than that, like 1925 when football was too dangerous, people were dying, and then they just never changed it. And now the XFL's like, how about we do 2 forward passes? And then everyone's like, whoa.
So-
and then we're gonna see it, and it's gonna be like so entertaining.
If
That's
people
gonna be
like that enough, do you think they'll implement
The
it into
NFL could eventually. It won't happen this year.
Not with Goodell.
Not with Goodell. Goodell's not fun enough. With Goodell, this is the no fun.
No, I'm talking about like 20 years from now.
If Goodell's not there, then yeah.
When Goodell rots.
Also,
in his
RIP
grave.
David Stern, man.
That was sad.
That was like the most random thing. And it was on the first day of the year. I was like, it's gonna suck.
It's gonna be a long year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that was definitely sad. But when Goodell's like far and away gone with the NFL, then maybe we'll get something cool like that. But like they just got touchdown celebrations back, so I don't think anything fun like that's going to happen anytime soon.
No, they just got to like do whatever.
It's-
I remember when they just like spiked the ball, 10-yard penalty off kickoff.
It was remember that nonsense? Oh, I hated it. But this double
That's
pass
why
thing is going to be
nobody
very
likes
cool.
Goodell.
I also think there was another rule they had that was
Punting one.
The punting rule. The punting rule was like,
I didn't see that.
so like when you punt the ball, if it goes in the end zone or out of bounds, you start at the 35. The touchback's at the 35 now.
Mhm.
It said they were trying to promote going for
We're
it,
not going for it on fourth down.
and then they did the extra points where you don't kick it. You can
hate this.
It's 2 yards. Go for it for the 2 yards from the end zone.
It's
You
1
get 1 point. 5 yards, it's 2 point. 10 yards, it's 3
So it's like
points.
flag football. It's like intramural flag
Mhm.
football.
And there's no kicking. They're like taking the kicker out.
That's
Yeah, I
super
don't care.
lame. I don't like that.
I like
Kicking is an essential
It's
part
so
of the game.
exciting.
It is
Like that's not very hashtag for the brand.
it's quintessential to the game. Like you can't take kicking out of kicking in my opinion. Like extra points in football are as like necessary as tackling. Like it's part of the game. It's what this sport is.
I guess
it has kicking in it.
I guess kind of just looking at it for somebody who hasn't been like involved in football my whole life,
Yeah.
right? Like, is kind of making it more of like a team thing. Like, so like you get more extra points as a team versus like as one person that's good at kicking.
Is that why they're not letting like any like stupid
Like it does.
crystal clear cut?
But it's also
XFL.
like
I want Johnny Manziel doing lines of cocaine during halftime.
Yeah, what is that nonsense? Like you're the WWE's football league. What do you mean we can't? What do you mean the players can't have criminal records? Like you are the WWE. You know how you made your name? Ric Flair did cocaine on stage. What are we talking about?
Like I want Johnny Manziel just like he has that sleeve that he had at A&M with the white down the middle, but it's just a line of coke, and he just like, like that's the most energy. Like he'll run like 90 yards off
It'd be
that.
Fantastic. It'd be fantastic. That's what the XFL. What the XFL should be is the no rules league.
Yeah, just anything goes.
We're
football.
like what the XFL used to be. They're like trying to be a new AAF. What they need to do is be like professional wrestling versions of football. Where it's
no
like
rules.
Scripted things are gonna happen, but the hits are insane,
Just absolute
and the plays, and it's just chaos.
Every player's on steroids. Like
well,
you have
yes!
to be on steroids to be in the league.
This is what we
Well,
want.
that's probably why they don't want a lot of kicking. They want more tackling. That's what this is just gonna get more tackling.
No, I'm definitely not a
It's
fan.
just gonna be
of
more wrestling.
moving
This is a
kicking.
wresling match.
just razor blades on the shoulder pads.
Yes, like that. Yeah,
It's like
no,
they're all
let's-
like Mad Max characters.
like let's get like crowbars in football games. Like that's
No,
what I'm wanting.
I won't watch.
They
I
can
didn't watch the
carry-
AAF.
put
either,
swords
They
so.
can
in
carry like
football.
shanks in their cleats.
Everyone gets one gun. Every team gets a gun with a single bullet. Did you hear about that thing? That if this guy tried to fix baseball.
Yes. No, I showed you.
You showed me.
I
Can you
sho-
explain it? 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like the funniest thing I've ever heard. Well, essentially what it is like every 3,478 pitches thrown that are striked with not swinging. The player who didn't do it gets shot.
Like
So-
the batter.
Like the batter gets shot. If you don't swing at if you don't swing at a ball and you strike out all three, or no, if you ball out, like if you ball out and you don't swing at any, you get shot. One in like
The
3
ref will
million
shoot
times.
you.
Like the umpire shoots you.
Yeah, the umpires.
So like make you swing at them, and it's like the craziest rule ever. I need something like that for football.
Yeah.
Like if you like every 45,000
They just get shot.
every 45,000 fourth and longs.
I saw it on Reddit on the
Yeah,
baseball subreddit.
But like a football version would be like every fourth down, every like 4,000 fourth down. If you punt it, your kicker gets shot. So it's like, if you're thinking about it, it's like how many fourth downs have there been? It's like you have to count every time.
It's like once every other season, someone
No,
gets
it's
shot.
like once every like 5 seasons. But like, could you imagine? It's like, well, the Colts kicker got shot in the game today. Like, wouldn't that be the craziest thing in the world?
It's like nobody's sad because it's just part of
It's
the
just
rules.
part of the hey man, you're part of the sport. Like your coach decided to kick it, and like you get the kick, But then afterward, the lights all go out, and you hear a single gunshot, and the lights come back on.
It's just a
and
body on the field.
Adam Vinatieri just like
Adam
just
Vinatieri's just getting like carted off the field, and everyone's like, "Oh man, was it 4,000 kicks already?" Like
the lights go off,
and
you
then
hear
just have to
one
go back to playing.
Yeah,
You hear
go back
one
to playing.
gunshot, taps plays, the lights turn back on.
Everyone's just crying. It's like, "Oh man, Adam Vinatieri's dead!" Like
The crowd cheer.
no, if it's like an opposing team, everyone's like booing him as he leaves.
Jacoby Brissett just throws like a 60-yard
like Black
bomb.
Mirror.
I love it.
I'm upset I participated in this.
Yeah, that was,
conversation.
you were in this too.
Damn it, you bastard.
See, this
Future
is
home of the Antonio Brown, the XFL. By the way,
oh really?
I mean that's just my prediction.
Andrew Luck. I
He
think
doesn't have a record. Antonio Brown doesn't have a record.
Exactly. He doesn't have a record. It's clean.
I have another idea.
Oh god.
So,
Why are
like,
you doing
if
this? I'm about to get the next real topic.
If
Yeah,
you
I was
wanna,
like,
like-
come up with a real topic, Jamar.
If you want to like challenge a call from the ref, the coach and the ref can get put in a ring and they have to duke it out.
And they have to
And,
fight.
like whoever comes out alive, like is like the victor there.
Wild West shootout.
No, but it'd be like the XFL. If you ever challenge a call, the referee is like a wrestler, so the coach has to wrestle the referee, and if the coach wins,
The
the
ref is
call is
like
reversed.
the
John
Undertaker.
Cena. No, yeah, it's like the under. Like we get like real wrestlers to do this. It's like John Cena is the Ed Hockley of the XFL, and he's just like, he's like, you can't see me, first down. Like that'd be funny. Go ahead.
Jay,
Spurs beat the Bucks.
No, we're not going to basketball yet. We still have football to talk about. We have
Yes, we do.
we have the other half of Wild Card Weekend.
Mhm.
Let's start with Seattle, Philly.
Die, Eagles, die on the road to misery.
I love it.
Lose, Eagles, lose. Get scored on 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Get hit low, get hit high, and watch your Eagles die. Die, Eagles, die on the road to misery.
Well,
Everyone,
that's it for this episode. See you guys next week.
losers.
didn't
Cup
they
of
beat
Joe.
the Cowboys?
We got the stuff for you.
Shut up! They lost. They lost in the playoffs. We
What?
beat Seattle last year.
Wait, what? Didn't the
Russ-
Cowboys and the Jets have the same record?
God,
God.
that's all right. That's all right. Adam Gase looked like a genius towards the
Yeah.
end. He did look like a crackhead. He
I
looked like
saw
an
that video
absolute Stephen
of the Eagles
Hawking.
fan with the flapping wings the other
He's
day.
just crying. No, have you seen that? You've seen that video, right? He's like, I don't know, man. I'm just real sad. And it's like, the Eagles like, he's like, can you give me one more flap at the end of the season? He goes, go
It
Eagles.
was after the Cowboys beat them at the beginning of the season.
It's so funny. But yeah, I am eternally in Pete Carroll's debt.
Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl.
You think they beat the Niners?
Yeah.
So Seahawks are your team for the rest of the playoffs?
No, yeah.
I'm taking
No, the Seahawks got robbed of the number 2 seed.
You're right.
That was,
They really
that was a pass interference for one.
Yep.
Questionable, possibly helmet to helmet targeting, whatever you want to call it, the very last play.
Mhm.
No, but that was
crap.
they missed a PI,
Yeah.
and they couldn't do anything about it. That's
Mhm.
like, granted, terrible clock management, because how the hell do you have the ball at the 1 yard line with beast mode in your backfield and you get a delay
He
of game?
literally did it again.
Yeah.
Like literally. The season, like
Literally.
the success of the
Literally.
season and like what we're gonna do and like the future of like how this turns out is on the line.
Nice.
You're on the 1 yard line. You have one of the best running backs ever.
Especially at the 1 yard line.
Ever. It's like I don't know how he didn't have flashbacks. It's the exact same situation. Game on the line. Run the ball.
And they didn't even get out the huddle. Like, the delay of game was called while they were in the huddle.
Like it doesn't make sense.
And then they
didn't
have.
want that pressure. He's like, get the delay game, guys. We don't want this again.
I guess that's genuinely what it probably was. Or they could
But
have
guess
it
what? The
decided.
delay of games what screwed him at the end.
No, yeah.
Like I don't know why you don't run that in.
No. I mean, and granted,
It was like it was fourth and like it wasn't even a yard. It was like inches. He had to move the ball like a centimeter.
it
and
was
would've
first.
been-
It was first down. It was
Oh,
first
yeah,
and goal.
it was, oh my god.
And then delay of game because they had 4 plays after
It
that.
was first and like inches. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I was
I'm a
thoroughly
Cowboys
frustrated by it. But no, they missed the PI, which was like blatant PI. He was getting
Mhm.
tackled
It really was.
going to the ground, and they missed that call. So I'm glad they won. DK Metcalf showed everybody like why the hell did he win 64th overall? I have no idea, but Russell Westbrook is forever thankful for all the other
Mhm.
idiots because you know who could have used them? New England. They took
Wilson.
They took Sony
You said
Michelle.
Westbrook. They took Sonny Michel.
Did I say Westbrook?
Mhm.
Okay, Russell.
I do that all
Wilson.
the time too, though.
No, yeah, they took a N'Keal Harry with the 32nd overall pick this
And he
past
was
year.
fine.
Okay, so Vinny, one of the guys commenting right now, he's a Niner fan, so he's gonna be all like, "Oh, I don't know what you're doing, blah 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 blah." Like, you won the game fair and square. You also won because Pete Carroll made a bad decision again.
And the refs screwed him.
The ref screwed him.
It should have
And
been-
Pete Carroll made the same worst decision of his coaching career.
No,
Vinny,
yeah.
let's relax. The 49ers haven't been good in forever, and they're probably going to lose in the playoffs.
No, they're losing the Vikings.
Let's calm down.
I'm assuming you're a Seahawks guy for the rest of the playoffs.
No, yeah.
I'm rooting for the
I was
Vikings.
a Saints guy.
Yeah, I was a Saints guy too, but like whatever. I'm rooting for the Vikings because David Morgan.
No,
I would love a Roadrunner Super Bowl.
no.
A Roadrunner in the Super Bowl would be the coolest thing in the world.
No, Vikings are beating the Niners.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Vikings are going to beat the Niners. The defense was balling out against one of the
Vikings,
best offense.
Seattle for championship.
The 5 and 6 seed.
Oh, I love it.
No, yeah,
I love it.
I don't see. It's going to be a great game. Green Bay, Seattle. I think Seattle wins though, and if they win, they're going to the Super Bowl. Russell
Green Bay
Wilson.
wins.
No, Seattle wins.
Oh.
Wilson's phenomenal.
It's Green Bay, Seattle, right?
Yeah, I think.
That'd be a good game.
I don't think Green Bay has it.
Packers
I don't
are
think they
favored
will
by
either.
4.
Yeah,
Really?
Packers are like, it's gonna be a good game, but Seattle has they've been the sleeper all year.
No,
Any other year, Russell Wilson would be in the MVP.
no, but Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson just transformed the game of football
He just-
for the
he
second
just-
straight year.
He just pulled a Steph Curry for the second year in a row.
It was Patrick Mahomes, and then just Lamar just came in. Both second-year
I
quarterbacks.
kind of feel bad for Patrick Mahomes because like we kind of forgot how good he was this year.
Don't feel bad for him because he's going to win the Super Bowl this year.
He might. Well,
I'm at the point where I have no real rooting interest
Seattle's my team. Just kind of. I'm
for
also
like.
from Seattle.
I mean, yeah, I'd be happy with the Vikings because I want David Morgan to win one. I'd be happy with Seattle because I love Russell Wilson. I don't want Green Bay to win one. That's just the thing.
they won't.
They won't. And like the Niners, I get like Cowboys are supposed to hate the Niners, but like I have no real problem with the Niners. I love Jimmy Garoppolo. Vinny, like my good friend, is a Niner fan. I would love that for him.
And Nick Bosa.
Any AFC team except for the Texans that wins, I'm totally cool with. So yeah, if the Texans and the Packers can just get out, I can officially love this playoffs. The rest of this playoffs. Because Philly's out. The Patriots, who I usually like root for like avidly, are out in the first round, so I never really got attached to them. So I was like, all right, whatever.
No, I think Seattle's gonna make it to the Super Bowl. But
I love Kansas City. I love Baltimore. If my boy RG3, just get one snap in the Super Bowl. Just
He will.
earn.
They'll get the
earn,
Heisman formation in there.
Earn that Heisman, like earn it, baby. Heisman winner. My boy from Baylor has a pretty much terrible career and never really gets his day in the sun because injuries plagued him the whole time. Ride Lamar Jackson's back to a Super. You have earned this Super Bowl ring, RG3. And I want him to play just one play. Just give my guy one play. Because in that moment when he gets that one play, I'll be like a 7-year-old Baylor fan again. It'd be great.
No, definitely. Seattle, DK catching that last ball where he waved to everybody, where he waved to Philly. He was like, bye.
Yeah,
I was like,
fantastic.
thank you.
He was like, Philly fans are the worst fans in the world. And I was like,
Jadeveon, no, they
yes,
are. They
actually are.
like, I know we're like annoying, but Philly fans are just.
But no, the bad birds
gross.
aren't bad people. Like,
No,
we're
I'm talking about like just Cowboy
Cowboy
fans.
Yeah, no, we're not bad people.
We're like Philly fans are just gross.
They're bad. They're bad people. Like they're not good people.
Are we gonna get into bad bird stuff? Because I have a question.
In a minute.
'Cause I have a question for
I have,
the
like-
bad bird organization.
But no, that's
Is that what I think it is?
I don't know what you're thinking.
I'm pretty sure
probably
it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Seattle game, and then Vikings.
We're not going to break.
New Orleans. No, we're not doing break.
Okay.
Okay. Vikings, New Orleans.
Poor Saints. Those poor Saints.
We lost a lot of money on that.
Those
I'm
poor
gonna
Saints.
let
How
you know
was
now.
Preston? How was
Poor
Preston?
New
Pub Sports
England.
Radio
New
lost a lot
Orleans.
of money. I actually this is behind the curtains. Preston and Pierce gave me a
Oh.
graduation gift, so I got them Christmas gift, and I got Preston a Michael Thomas jersey, and I gave it to him today after the Saints loses that game, and it was really disappointing. But yeah, Pub Sports Radio lost a lot of money on that game.
I could only imagine.
I don't even know how
Apparently,
to feel
Jeff's
about
a Saints
that.
fan now, so like,
I don't know how to feel about it just because it was a push off. The last play
Do you
was
really
a
think
push
so?
off. It was a push off.
I don't think it should have been a
They
flag.
they
but-
probably wouldn't have called it because that's what they've been doing all year. But it was a push off. It was pass interference.
the only
like whether they
issue is that it's just giving Saints more fuel.
no and
yeah, all I was doing is giving Saints fans like another. It's like, oh, well, another year, no one, blah blah blah. Shut up.
It's just another year.
it was a like they
Breeze
kind of
cost
brought
them
it.
the game.
Huh?
Breeze cost them the game.
No,
He
yeah,
fumbled.
the fumble. The
Yeah.
fumble was really bad.
Yeah.
The fumble was really bad.
That was it. You
I
just
saw
keep
the fumble. I was
tasting
like, damn, like they had such Like Taysom was balling that drive, and then that happened. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
Taysom is like redefining, just like Lamar is with quarterbacks. Taysom's redefining the backup quarterback position. This should have been what Tim Tebow should have been like. This is going to be.
Tebow only wanted to play quarterback, though. That's all
But,
Tebow
like,
wanted to do.
but,
Tebow
Taysom-
screwed himself out.
But
of
like
everything.
Taysom Hill, like that's a really good point. Like he's contributing to the team in other ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No, he has-
Tebow, go cover a punt. Go
Yeah,
cover a kickoff.
yeah.
Guess what? Guess who's going to do this next year too? Who said he was returning for a fourth season?
Sam Ellinger. That's going to be
This is-
Sam Ellinger's
Yeah,
role.
this is Sam Ellinger. Except Sam Ellinger probably is Tebow-like and says, "Oh, I'm only going to play quarterback.
He has a
I'm
deep-
not
he-
going to make a daggles."
I think Sam Ellinger has a better arm than Taysom, considerably. Definitely,
If
he'd
Sam
be a
Ellinger's
better
smart-
actual quarterback.
If Sam Ellinger's smart, he'll go to whoever gives him money, and he'll play backup role, and he'll be a journeyman for his whole career, make a heck of a lot of money, be a Texas legend his whole life.
And he'll probably be the Texas head coach in like 30 years.
Yeah, it'll be a Texas head coach 20 years. The thing that he can do is like if he can win some games in early September, he can make Texas a contender.
No, yeah.
He can win in college. He can win college football games.
He's Cole McCoy. He's Cole McCoy.
Colt
all over
McCoy.
again.
He's Colt McCoy.
He's Cole McCoy all over again. But
thing is, Colt McCoy.
He went to the Alamo Bowl. He was there like ambassador for the coin flips, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. in my
that's
life.
kind of cute, I guess.
Yeah, it was.
No, but it
nice.
was a they weren't gonna call it because they hadn't done it all year, but it was a pass interference. And what bothered me is like they didn't even have the decency to be like, all right, we're gonna go review this. Like they just called it. Like that was it.
And it was they knew what they were doing. Like they didn't call it a pass interference because they hadn't called it. I knew she was gonna do that because they hadn't done it all year. And like it's like they knew very well what they were doing. It's like they didn't call a pass interference against the Saints, and then they just didn't do anything about it. And I was like,
No, they
jerks.
I was like
no, that's what they're saying.
it's a bad look.
It's a bad look. First of all, second of all, it's we don't care.
Like it's like and these refs, they're the exact it's like like these boomer ass refs, like these old white men refs. Like get over yourselves. Like have some balls. Like
Just like
change, please change.
own up that you're gonna make a mistake every once in a while. And
No,
that can
yeah, you're not perfect, and everybody wants to give you all that credit. Like y'all are human, y'all aren't perfect, but like
don't act like it. Yeah,
exactly. Don't be asses. Don't be.
they
Stupid
ruin
about it.
they'll ruin games sometimes.
And they did.
What do you guys think of Jay Glazer's proposal? Instead of having quote boomer ass refs, you have Navy SEALs as refs because they are literally in battle zones. They can see like things like slower motion or whatever. They're trained for all this stuff. Would you rather have Navy SEAls?
I'd rather
as
try
refs?
that. Yeah,
I would. I'm not against. I'm always for employing the military.
That's a good step right
I
there.
think.
We're transitioning this podcast a little bit, huh?
No, we're not.
But I would definitely. I mean, it's worth a shot
Because I think
because the guys we have right now, like me and Jamar, got better football games in certain situations.
This is literally lockout refs all over again.
And guess what?
Yeah.
No one wants to be a ref. You're not gonna find like
Another
ref-
Ed Hockley.
Yeah, and guess what? He made another Ed Hockley his child. There is literally one other Ed Hockley, but I don't know what Ed Hockley's home life is like, but he's not pumping out another 10 kids to fill out the referee roster.
No, it was upsetting because it's just such a bad look. It's basically saying like, yeah, we're gonna let calls ruin games. Like we don't care. Like y'all bitch about this for so long.
Because we don't care about fans. And
No,
we
yeah,
don't
it was
care
like-
about like fun.
We heard about this for an entire year. Like
2
y'all,
years. It's been 2 years.
like they got like the Minnesota thing. They missed a tackle. Fine, they got robbed last year. I'm not gonna say they got robbed because Breeze kind of just screwed the pooch on that one,
He really
which
did.
really upset me. Like the fumble, like Daniil Hunter's a monster of a man, and he just swung at his arm. And maybe Drew's thumb's not 100%.
Yeah.
Because that normally doesn't happen. Like Drew Brees normally goes down with that ball.
And that was his injured hand. You can see.
Yeah, it was his right hand. So, there's a lot of what ifs to it.
Mhm.
Like they should have been in that position, but the fact that they were and they still got screwed.
Yep.
Like Kirk Cousins dropped a beautiful ball to Adam Thielen. That was the best ball I've ever seen him throw.
Mhm.
I was gonna say
Ever.
I'm gonna give Kirk Cousins credit before we transition into whatever we're talking about next. Kirk Cousins had the best game of his career. Dalvin Cook had an incredible game.
Adam Thielen made up for the fumble. Stephon Diggs is still complaining, even though they were winning the football game because he wasn't getting looks. And they got like a 4-yard look, caught it, and I think that was his only catch of the night. His only target of the night.
Another reason I love the Vikings is because Kirk Cousins winning something in Minnesota
Is so much better than him winning in
is so much better
Washington.
than him. And it's also just such a middle finger to the Redskins. It's like, ha ha, ha 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 ha.
Because they had mediocrity at quarterback ever since. Because Case Keenum.
But you know
got
what stinks
benched.
now is like I will by no means say that Ron Rivera is to me what RG3 was to me. but like I love Ron Rivera.
No, Ron Rivera's a great
I
guy.
love Ron
I
Rivera.
love that he has Dwayne Haskins. He has Terry McLaurin. He has Paul Richardson. He has a
It's
decent.
gonna be hard to root against Ron Rivera. It's gonna be easy to root against the Redskins for a plethora of reasons. It's gonna be hard to root against Ron
the
Rivera.
fact that we're calling them the Redskins.
Yeah, like the fact that they're them, the fact that they're like our natural rival. I'm not crazy about Dwayne Haskins, a whole bunch of stuff.
I love
It's gonna
Dwayne
be hard
Haskins.
to root against Ron Rivera. I'll give him that much.
No, I love Ron Rivera, but no, it was the game as a whole was just as someone who was a temporary Saints fan for the game, it was frustrating.
Like
it was
like every other San Antonian, there is
it was just tough to watch.
like
Damn, I feel
like the
bad.
rest of us do.
I was like 3 straight
like-
years of just at the buzzer.
At the buzzer.
crushing.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Preston.
No.
I really feel bad for him because he gets worked up, and I was talking to him after the game. He was so angry. I felt so bad for him.
Can you give us a play-by-play of what happened? Because
We were talking during the game, and of course he was wearing his Marshawn Lattimore jersey, and
sure.
Who got taken out the game?
the first thing he texts me, pick six. I was like, oh, and I wasn't watching the game at this point, so I was like, oh, cool, we got a pick six. No, that didn't happen. The fumble, we get the field goal, we're up 3-0, and me
Did you
and
bet
Bryce-
it? Did you bet the game?
I bet the Saints to win the Super Bowl. I bet the Saints to win the Super Bowl, and I bet the Saints and Chiefs to make the Super Bowl.
Damn.
We had a bad time this week. I'm not gonna lie, we had a really bad time. But he was all excited, and the game was slowly starting to go down, and we could tell Dalvin Cook and the offensive line was starting to get control. And then it just got really bad. I'm trying to pull up the text messages right now so I can give a reading in Preston's voice. But it was tough. It was super tough. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for all Saints fans. And it really ruined the New Orleans weekend we were planning. But
No, yeah,
whatever.
3 straight weeks. That was 3 straight years. That's tough to kind of just accept and move on from.
This is Preston's quotes after the game.
I'm sick to my stomach. The Saints lost. Minnesota is good. Marshawn Lattimore played like dog shit.
He did.
Breeze fumbled after that Taysom run. Lutz missed a field goal at halftime.
Let's miss the field goal. Yeah.
All around bad game. Very similar to the Rams last year.
No, yeah, and it's funny because he didn't even mention the PI because I wouldn't have called it, but I mean,
He wanted it to review.
I
it,
might. No, they should.
Yeah, no, at
they
least
should have at least reviewed it.
like at least review that kind of call because like in the
And then the head ref, like the guy in Secaucus or wherever, that's
Mhm.
the NBA, New Jersey.
caucus, New York. He's in New York.
He said he never once said it wasn't pass interference. He's
Mhm.
like, we called that how we were going to call it, how we've been calling it all year. Not once did he ever use the word that was not pass interference.
Mhm.
It's disappointing. I'm going to transition. Can I ask you my bad words question now, Taco?
Sure.
So I just have a question. So the point of you guys,
Yep, yeah, there it is.
what is the point of Bad Birds? Do you guys want
Don't answer
more
anything.
people?
Do not say anything.
Do you want more people to like the university and support the university? Like I'm a little confused.
So
What is
the point of
Bad Birds?
what the Bad Birds was initially?
was okay.
What we started off as was me, Austin, Connor, and a couple of our friends were coming home from the CUSA basketball tournament last year, angry that we lost. So we wanted to go to a baseball game, yell at the other team, and blow off some steam.
I was there. Yeah.
That was what that was. From there, it kind of turned into heckling at baseball games is fun. Let's go do this. From there, it turned into I really like UTSA baseball. From there, it turned into we can make a difference on this campus and like help the teams that maybe don't get as much love get something. And then what we are now is like the premier fan club of the university.
Basically, we're like the
Like
student
you
section.
think of UTSA Spirit, you think of Spirit of San Antonio, the cheerleaders, and the Bad Birds.
Yes, you are to UTSA what Oklahoma State and the Paddle people are to each other.
Absolutely.
So is the point of you guys to get UTSA more attention and more people to like UTSA, or is it fuck everyone else that doesn't like UTSA? We're our own thing. If you don't like us, then you're against us.
It like the second one is probably the
It goes hand in hand.
it's a mixture of both. It's a lot of it is my biggest thing is my biggest thing is get UTSA students to like UTSA. And if you don't go to UTSA and you don't like UTSA, I don't care if you like us. That's like no one likes us, we don't care. It's like in the song we sing. Like it's like I don't really care what other people think of us. I want UTSA to love UTSA. If UTSA specifically doesn't like us, that's fine. love UTSA. That's the biggest goal.
Starting a culture of like horns down and like not liking UT and A&M, it's helping the culture of UTSA.
It really does. Like if you openly say like, hey, others like supporting other schools isn't cool, and then you don't do it. Exactly. What were we gonna say?
Oh, I just want, in case there was something, I'm not gonna say anything controversial. I'm just
Please do.
Don't, because he's gonna say something bad.
They're about to backtrack on.
So I just think it's interesting. Why? So another, you have haters out there saying that you guys don't like women.
So
Please address the haters.
okay, I have been out of town the past week. We know this because I haven't been on the show. Austin has been in Kempner, Texas. Joette has been working. Also, it's Christmas break. Like, we go to everything we can during the school year. When school was in session, we are at literally everything we can,
Including women's sports.
including like we go to
And
soccer.
you can trademark us. Last season, we were the biggest fans for women's.
We were at
sports.
women's soccer.
We were at everything.
We go to softball games. We go to volleyball games. We go to women's basketball games. We have done that. We
Also,
do that.
if I'm going to a basketball game, most likely I will be going in the band because we get paid, and
That's the
I'm
other
not miss
thing.
out
That's
on
the
that
other thing.
$25.
Like I've missed all of the band gigs this winter, but like if I was going to those games, I wouldn't have gone as the Bad Birds. I would have gone as
because we get money. So it's not that we're
'Cause we get
not there.
paid
We
'cause-
are
yeah.
there. It's just most of us are
It's
in
just that we're in
band.
Sosa for it, not Bad Birds.
But we're
Bad
bad. We're-
we're still doing the same thing we always do.
Like, I get cussed out by the players from other teams all the time
just-
while I'm with band.
It's just we're doing it as band members, not as Bad Birds.
but to spin this as like an anti, like we don't like women's basketball is ridiculous.
That's not what this
Like-
is. And also like the comment was like made by a friend of ours and it was like kind of taken out of context. And it was like it was posted out of context and everyone took it out of context. That's not what was intended by that. Like,
I got a
like,
good laugh out of it.
I know you did. I saw you like and retweet it. I was like, I hate you.
That was the funniest.
I
thing
saw it and I was like,
what
yep.
a body
I
bag.
was like, New Year, still hate Jose.
It puts you all in a body bag. I was like, damn, that's tough.
Yeah, it's like
Especially because
there's-
I knew you guys were all gone out of town. I was like, damn, that's
Like,
There's
it's
no
not-
way we could have like engaged that on social media and it
And-
looked good. For
and the
us.
funniest thing was when that was posted, like there was Bad Birds like
There was
standing
people-
directly behind her.
there was people who identify as Bad Birds who sit behind her in band, which was like, just what are we doing here? Yeah.
That's how you know it was taken out of context. It was posted out of
it was also
context.
like posted as a joke.
It kind of just took off.
Like
though.
it just kind of took
The
off.
only thing about that tweet that upset me were the people who were like getting genuinely upset about it were people that I have not seen at any games. Like there's a lot of people there that I saw like liking and retweeting it and like commenting on it, like that had not gone. I have not seen it at a single basketball game. Like
or any
and
event.
that's all we're gonna say on that. The Bad Birds' purpose is to go to sporting events and have a lot of fun. That's
And
what our goal is.
we make
specific-
what we can. Like
we
we're-
make literally everything we can. Sometimes Star Wars is coming out, so you go
we're-
watch Star Wars with your best
we're
friends from
college
high
students.
school.
We want to have fun, right? So we
Yeah.
have plans outside of sports. Believe it or not, we have families, we have jobs, we have other commitments. Like we can't just make every single game. And if you
On
wanna
that
take
same
one
token-
specific game out of
We're-
context, sure.
And we're purposely not a student org, so people can't tell us to go to things.
On that same token, I haven't been to a men's basketball game since we went to Houston. That's a thing, and most of us actually haven't.
There hasn't been a Bad Bird event since Houston.
There hasn't been a Bad Bird outing since Houston.
Yeah, we haven't had a full showing since the Houston game.
Okay, that's all. That's all we're gonna talk on that. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
Matchups for the semi for.
Were you gonna say something,
divisional round.
Jose?
Yeah, I was. So Thursday, as you guys know, you guys have a show, and there's the biggest basketball game of UTSA's
History.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe history.
ESPN,
we were
yeah.
on CBS. at the
We're on
Oklahoma game.
CBS Network. We weren't on actual
I think they made
CBS.
the tournament one year, but whatever. That doesn't matter. I am going to be going to this game, and I've officially become an alumni, so I'm a part of the UTSA bandwagon. I will gladly become a Bad Bird for your La Tech game.
Yes.
Oh,
And
man.
now the thing is, you
now I-
guys haven't seen me get rowdy at games.
I
and stuff.
know,
I'm very
that's why I wanna-
reserved.
All right, the outro song
But-
has to be "Sweet Victory."
No,
it's
it's
already
already-
been decided.
It's been
actually.
decided. You will hear it when we hear it.
But yes, so I will be
I
in
this is
attendance
on
on
Twitter.
Thursday, and I will join you guys as an honorary Bad Bird.
I have
I'll
to
put
be in
my
the
I'll
band.
put my little
I
wings. on.
know. Me and Austin need to be in the band because we need trumpet players. If any Bad Birds listening to this, if your section doesn't absolutely need it, I'm not gonna say anything.
Like
I'm gonna say go to band.
look, I
We
really
should be
want
in
to.
band.
I really want to go as the Bad Birds, right? But like, I'm gonna go where the biggest grouping of people.
We should be in band.
because we have strength in numbers.
All
We
I'm gonna
have strength
say,
in
all I'm
numbers.
gonna say is I am going to be in band because I believe we should be in band.
Jose, do me this favor, since most of the Bad Birds are in band, just come sit with me because I'm not technically in band right now.
Of course.
I'll be
You're my
with the
favorite.
band, but I'll be like, you know me. You'll see me. Y'all
He's a
hear
floater.
me. Yeah, I float around.
Perfect. Well,
Awesome. So
I'm glad we got that
I want
established.
to talk about divisional games.
Go
real
ahead,
quick,
talk about
just
the division
matchups.
games,
Just
yeah.
I want to do picks
Come on, stop,
because we haven't done picks in a while.
okay, go.
So Packers, Seahawks.
I'm gonna take Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm with Seattle.
Get the Packers out of here.
Seattle?
I guess I'll pick 2, and I'm picking Seattle.
All right, yeah, cool. Oh God, the Packers are gonna win.
our
San
favorites.
Francisco, Minnesota.
San Fran.
I'm gonna go Minnesota.
With Minnesota.
Wow. Okay.
Houston against Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Landslide.
I don't know if
Kansas
it's.
City
I'm not
Kansas
saying
City by a
landslide.
billion.
I'm not saying landslide at all because that defense lackluster.
Shootout, and it'll be fun.
It'll be a shootout. Yeah, it'll be like the Colts, whoever they played that one year with the Kansas City, where they went for like 40 something each.
Yeah. Come back, Andrew Luck. who are
Yeah,
down by
it'll
20.
be like that game. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it's going to be. Kansas City will probably win though. I think Patty Mahomes is just slightly
Kansas
better.
City has the edge.
Slightly better, and he has
Yeah.
more targets.
Yeah.
And then my favorite game, which is going to be interesting, Baltimore and Tennessee.
I'm taking Baltimore because they're the obvious pick, but like I'd rather play like in typical football fashion. Like I'd rather play a good team than a hot team. If you're the Ravens, you'd rather be playing New England or the Chiefs
for sure.
You do not want to play the Tennessee Titans.
I'm going Baltimore, and the exact same thing, like the exact same feeling. I would kill to see a Patty Mahomes Lamar Jackson matchup.
I'm
the
going
AFC
with
Championship.
Tractor Cito, and I'm going to the Titans for the upset.
That's hot.
And that's
That's
no,
not even that hot. That's not even
It
that
really
hot.
isn't because like that's how like this,
That's lukewarm.
there's a lot of
Tannehill's
parity
been
in these
playing.
playoffs. Tannehill's been playing. That running back they have is
Tractor
insane.
Cito?
Yeah,
Tractor Cito.
Tractor
Damn, I
Cito.
love it now.
That's a great name. I like Tennessee.
They can go outside if they need to.
Also, if the Tennessee Titans win a Super Bowl before the Houston Texans do, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. I would I'm on the verge of tears thinking how happy I would be if that happened.
That'd be kind of funny.
Because that would be that would be the best thing to tell any Texans fan. It's like, oh well, you haven't been relevant ever. It's like, well, guess what? Well, guess what? Phillips' team, yeah, he won a Super Bowl. he left you in your oily, dirty, musky city. And he went to the hills of Tennessee and he won.
That's not even a fair assumption by
You know
Joe
what?
because I've seen
know
the
what?
video.
know
I've
what?
seen the video of Joe openly saying
Saying
that.
Houston isn't that bad. We were in the nice part of Houston. I went back to the like other parts of Houston. And I was like, right, I don't like Houston. You know what? I'm sorry, David Morgan. We're riding Tennessee. we're riding the Titans, baby.
I'm going Baltimore.
I revoke my pick. I'm riding the Titans.
I'll be Seahawks with you.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you,
riding
Austin.
the
Thank you,
rest
sweet
of
boy.
these playoffs. I'm riding the Titans.
I'm going Baltimore.
Tractor Cito.
I want a Titans Vikings Super Bowl.
What scares me the most
is
is
it could absolutely happen.
no, not even that. Tennessee has really good linebacking play, like extraordinary linebackers. Someone can spy Lamar. Now, whether they can catch him and or contain him is an entirely different thing.
What's your opinion, Josh?
I watch a lot of sports.
Let's go Titans. All right, folks. Well, this has been a good episode. We will see you Thursday.
Go
Thursday,
Tigers.
Mama send me money.
I hope
Thursday
the Tigers
we'll
win.
be talking a lot of basketball, a lot of college basketball. We'll probably talk about the national title ship game too. Happy birthday, Dad. I love you. I'll see you in like
Happy birthday, Joe's dad.
45 minutes. Bye.
Have you ever had the feeling you're drawn to some